Hey guys, how you doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everyone around the world. Appreciate you guys for tuning in for this Pokemon Unite video. We're playing some Cinderace here in the top lane in the Masters Rank game with Crimorant. Just let you guys know, there will be a lot of live streams coming up here soon. There will be new Pokemon coming up. We're getting Sylveon, we're getting Mamoswine, and Blastoise on September 1st, man. I'm pretty hyped for Blastoise, hopefully everyone else is too. Stay tuned for that. Got a lot of content coming up for him. Got some new guides. Beautiful thumbnail art coming up here soon. But we're gonna jump into this game here. I'll show you guys some Cinderace gameplay and tell you why I don't think he's as strong as he used to be. You do still see him played. He is a fan favorite. But finally, people are picking up Greninja and actually learning how to play Greninja as a ranged AD carry instead of an assassin. You know what I mean? They're picking up two different playstyles now, opposed to what he was before. Greninja's seen a lot more play. He's being a lot more dominant than Cinderace. Cinderace is falling behind on the tier lists, and my tier list, and other people's tier lists. Cinderace used to be untouchable, used to be an S tier Pokemon. It's not that he's gotten nerfed, it's just other people are getting better with certain Pokemon, and they're seeing those Pokemon more so, in higher ranks than you do Cinderace now. But again, don't sleep on Cinderace, man. Once you guys pick him up and actually like get his kit down and understand what he does and how to play it, he's phenomenal. He will carry you in a lot of ranks right now. Like I said, the Masters rank though, he's hit or miss. Because people want to play him jungle, top lane, it don't matter. It's just, it comes down to, I guess, which team has worse opponents, let's put it like that. You know what I mean? Because his early game is not good at all. It's really not. I mean, it's as generic as every other Pokemon, but it's more so if he picks up a couple kills in the early game, he can snowball real easy. But at the same time, you can just play Greninja or Zahora or somebody else, who when they snowball, they can carry the game, you know? Cinderace is only as good as his team is. So as long as you have front lines, like to sit there and take damage for you, and make it where they can't touch you, you're golden. Greninja and Zahora don't have that because they have this thing called burst damage. They blow up whoever they feel like it at any given time in the game. Once you get to level 10, you know what I mean? But hey man, it is what it is. Let's hop back into this one here. So as you notice, Dreadnought is spawning, and I'm being that one guy who doesn't go down the Dreadnought. Why? Because my team is winning the fight down there, so I don't have to rush down there to go get it. And then I have Crustle up here. So if Crustle leaves, I get a free Rotom, right? Which, it looks like he's getting ready to leave. So I mean, I have my opportunity to go pick it up, because I don't see Wigglytuff anymore. But then she comes up here with me for some odd reason. Crustle and her are up here, 2v1. So I know I'm in a bad spot, so I try to get out of here right fast before I get killed. At least trying to wait for my team. And Zahora comes out of nowhere, I don't know where he came from. It is what it is. I'm in a really bad spot, and I still get out. Now my team gets up here, we meet up, and we finally get up here and get this Rotom, hopefully. But that's what I'm saying, man. As long as you play Cinderace with the mindset of you need your team to be able to be effective, you can win and carry almost all your games. Just don't come in here and try to be a superhero and, you know, 1v5. Sometimes it happens depending on how fed you are and how bad the enemy team is. But in Masters ranked games, man, it's a lot harder to do that when you don't have a decent team and you ain't good with Cinderace, you know what I mean? You can argue he's not hard to play, but he is, as long as if you mistime your feints and or your blaze kicks, there's a lot of things you can mess up on. Keep in mind though, his Blaze Kick is one of those abilities where if they hit that jump pad and you time Blaze Kick just right, you will follow them wherever they go on that jump pad. So he does have that going for him. Whether or not that's a bug or working as intended, Blaze Kick will go ahead and just, it's kind of like a mini stun, if that makes sense, but it follows people everywhere. That's kind of cool. Feint is his other ability in which you always take. Essentially it's a iframe dodge. You can dodge any ability that's coming your way. Now anyway, I try to play Cinderace in all of my games. More so like, not a support DPS, but you always play in the back line, so you're not in the front line DPS, if that makes any sense. You want to play with your team 90% of the time, otherwise you're not very effective. Now the issue is with that is it's harder for you to carry if you don't have a front line and or you ain't doing really good. Thankfully we have a Cramorant who's down here just throwing fishes. That's all you need to do, is throw fish. And these two are down here being silly goobers, overextending for no reason. I easily pick up this triple kill, like no big deal. We need to get another free Dreadnought. Non-contested, technically. Because again, their Zahora isn't really doing much this game. He's super far behind. Same thing with Greninja. Greninja made a few bad ganks and it costed him in the early game. All his momentum is gone. So we get to free roam wherever we want as a group, which is something you need to be doing 90% of the time. Trying to get up here and get this other Rotom. I do make a mistake there. I Blaze Kick into Ninetales as she ults instead of fainting. Thinking that's going to stop it. It doesn't. I don't know why I did it. Oh, and like, poof, I puckered. God dang, I puckered. Greninja almost like one-shot me there. It was pretty close. Get these two berries, get back into the game right quick. We should be able to clean this up right fast, thankfully. Like I said, as long as they leave you alone and you stay behind your team here, like I'm trying to focus with my Ninetales and play where she's playing. Because again, she brings so much crowd control to the table, she can protect me, right? I got to sit there, do free damage. The thing is with Cinderace is he has a passive ability where he does more crit damage, or more damage per se, to lower the target's HP. So if you sit here and you have your scope lens maxed out, you can do some absurd numbers sometimes, which is pretty good, to be honest. This is a situation where we don't need to be. We're sitting here forcing this, which we get the Rotom here, what have you. But at the same time, I'm getting dived on. I don't need to be here where I can go down to bot lane and score my 50 ball or get out of here and not get killed. We have another Dreadnought that's spawning and we're sitting up in top lane for no reason. So we're gonna go ahead and hustle down here and get this Dreadnought before Zapdos spawns. Keep in mind, we have a lead, so we don't need to sit here and fight for Zapdos. Like every other team in solo queue, as soon as Zapdos spawns, everyone runs to Zapdos and tries to take it out. And then they cry, Zapdos is OP, blah blah blah. Which Zapdos is OP, and they need to figure out something to do with it on the next map that they release for 5v5s. But anyway, right now we are ahead. And I fainted, that Ninetales ult was pretty good. But right now we are ahead, so we don't need Zapdos. We need to play this on the defense instead of on the aggressive, which is what my team's doing right now, which is fantastic. This is where I thought they were going to start it, but I see Zahora finally going back, so I leave too. Just to regain my HP right quick and get right back to Zapdos. Now, you could argue why'd I take red buff? As Cinderace here, I am level 14, almost level 15 now. Red buff is so much more effective on someone like Greninja and or myself than a Zahora once you get to the late game. They were in a really bad spot. That's not my fault. So is Ninetales here. But it's all good. Now we can take this if we want to get it. There's 4 people dead. We don't need it, but at the same time, we can take it. and be fine this time. Because Crustle can't steal it from us, it's all good. They should be surrendering, they need to surrender. But it is what it is, man. As long as you sit here and you play Cinderace in the back line and play like, you know, you're smart, no one's gonna be able to take you out if they can't touch you, if that makes sense. This right here, I made a mistake of being super aggressive instead of just going to score. Gets myself killed, but we all do things like that. That's how you live and learn, man. But hopefully, man, you guys enjoy Cinderace, man, as much as I do. It's not my favorite Pokemon, but, you know, it's still fun to play. I do urge you guys to sit here and play different Pokemon. That way you can learn their kits and get better at the game and rank up. But he definitely will carry you through a couple ranks, as long as you get him down. But hey, man, this has been Pawse Plays. Hopefully you guys stick around. I got a lot of more content coming up. I'm gonna start doing some guides and tips tricks videos some more. My Gardevoir one did pretty well. Snorlax did pretty good. My Gengar one did pretty good. I got a lot more coming up, man. Hopefully you guys stay tuned. It's been Pawse Plays. I'm gonna head out.